If you're in a leadership position, if you are a business owner, if you are a director, if you are a partner, if you're head of department, if you are a parent, people are going to be looking to you all the time for what to do, the way forward. But what about when something bad happens? What about if something unexpected happens? There is a family member gets an unexpected health problem, diagnosis. You lose your biggest client, you know, something really bad happens. And often these things can happen at very unexpected times. And this time of year, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling tightly wound, if something bad happens, it can be just the one thing where you just want to snap, you know. So please try not to snap. So I want to help you in this video with how to handle if an unexpected, really bad thing happens, because things are going to happen and bad things are going to happen, but it's how we respond to them, how we deal with them under pressure when everybody's looking at us, or even when we're on our own and we just look at ourselves inward and think, did I handle that well? So I want to give you something called the four P's and stability zones. So like I've just said, it could be that suddenly you're in a situation that you weren't expecting when you woke up that day. Yeah. And there's a panic sets in. There's this like, what do I do? We can't handle that. I can't handle it. This is too much right now. Yeah. So the first thing that I want you to think about is to catch yourself, and I've written it down here to make sure I don't forget, is to think about what a stability zone could be. So imagine it's like on a graph, yeah, and you're up here and you start to fall mentally. You're just thinking, and your tummy's lurching and you're just getting overwhelmed and you feel you're about to freak out. You want to catch yourself. You want to have like a ledge you can hold onto, a stable zone, a place where you think, okay, I'm all right here. Not I feel great, but I'm able to function. So the first thing is people. So the first stability zone, the four P's to create the stability zone is people. Look at who you're around in that moment. Are you in an office? Are you on a Teams or a Zoom call? Are you on your own? And just think about who you're with in that moment. So say, for example, you get an email through and it's something you weren't expecting. Are you among people you can trust in that moment to talk about it? If not, leave the room. Leave the building if you need to. Seriously, in a moment like that, you need to be around the right people for you. So it might be that you have to go and travel and go to a loved one's house and say, I need your support. Or it might be you think, I need to just get away from everybody right now and just have room to think. All right. So that's the first thing you do to create a stability zone for yourself if something unexpectedly bad happens. Yeah. The first P is people. And you know yourself well enough. Yeah. You know if you need to suddenly get on your own to think, or if you think, I'm really freaking out here, I need to be around people that I trust. Yeah. So that's the first P is people. The second P is place. So think about where you are. Yeah. Environmentally, physically, where are you? Are you somewhere where you can calm yourself down and think through, be able to handle it? Are you in a hospital? Are you in an office? Are you on a train? Where are you? Often with people, they don't realize that they can move and change their place to help them to deal with something. So, for example, they sat there in their kitchen scrolling through the phone, where actually they could get outside and start walking and moving and thinking, and that might help. Or, like I said before, they go and say, I just need to see my best friend tonight. Yeah, so you've got the change of place, but also the change of person. Recognize that what we often tend to do is just shut down and go into our own mind and kind of forget that we're in a physical environment. Yeah, so if that physical environment is stressing you out, get out of that environment. Yeah, so the second way you can create a stability zone is the place. The third one, this is absolutely critical for helping you to deal with unexpected bad news, is presence. Bringing presence of mind, bringing yourself back into what's actually going on. Because when we get unexpected bad news, we tend to project forward, project backwards, and think of all the things it's going to mean. And not stop all that. Stop all that. Just come back to the present moment. So that could be breathing. It could be meditation. If you meditate, I'm a big fan of meditation. Yeah. But do what you need to do to get back into the present moment. Don't allow yourself to go off. That's the worst thing you can do, especially in crisis situations, to think this is going to affect this is going to affect that. It's not going to. You need to calm yourself down and bring a presence of mind back to the present moment. So presence, the best way to do it I have found is just slowly breathing right down. Yeah. Take 5 minutes and just think, right, I need to calm myself right down here because there's something serious going on and I need to bring my best self to this. I can't be freaking out right now. Yeah, that really does help. Helps you to think, helps you to think and feel, okay, I'm not totally overwhelmed. Yeah, I think, and you start to create that stability zone for yourself, by the way. All of this is self-generated. You don't need other people, which is why it's so powerful. And the final one is at that point, you can then make a plan. It doesn't matter what the plan is. You can just take out your phone and start going, right, we're going to do this, then we're going to do this, then we're going to do this. Key point with the presence and then the plan is you've got to calm yourself down as much as you can before you make the plan, because otherwise the plan that you make is going to be ineffective. It's going to make no sense at all. All right. So unexpected bad things, hopefully they're not going to happen to you and you'll have this old plan in your back pocket, and you'll never need to use it. But if it does happen, that's something you can do, right? So stability zone, stop yourself dropping down and just going, I'm not going to handle this well, or doing something or saying something that you regret. Think, what am I going to do? So you got the 4 Ps to create that stability zone, to hold on. Yeah. You start with the people, be around the people you need to be, or get away from people, have time to yourself. Look at the physical environment you're in. Do you need to change environment? Yeah. Or are you being stuck in your own head and you just look around and maybe get amongst nature, or get out onto the street if you can. Think about presence. Yeah. Unfortunately, the bad situations require the best of us. Yeah, they require us to be there and just be there as best we can. Like when you go to hospital, when you go to a funeral. Yeah. And then the final one is make sure you create a plan, even just a small plan for yourself. Yeah. And that 4 part kind of plan, as it were, has helped me so much when things happen and you just go, I can't believe this is happening right now. Because the alternative is you'll just handle it, the way that you think you will, and that can be okay. But often you'll revert back to what you've done in the past when you're under pressure. Yeah, and if you've handled things well under pressure generally, then you might handle this well. But if you generally don't handle things under pressure well, you won't handle it well, and then you feel bad about yourself afterwards. And a lot of these bad situations won't be of your making, but it's up to us to take responsibility for how we act in them. So you can say that bad thing happened, we handle it as best as we can. All right. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Unexpected bad things happen. Think, right, I can't magically change this right now, but I need to get stable. I need to create a stability zone for myself so I feel safe and I feel able to function no matter what's going on. Use those 4 Ps to get yourself into that place, and you will lead as best you can with bravery in your heart. Good luck.